We have every intention to follow the same thing. We need minimum light. All I really need light there for is when my guys go out in the middle of the night to check the station, that they feel safe. So we would have down lighting that's shielded, very much down lighted. If you come to our water plant, you see all the lights down. We use LED. It's so much easier these days to focus that light where we need it. So you're not going to get like a used car lot amount of light coming off the site. Again, this is the reason why I know we have a hard time believing, which is what I understand. But I think we're going to be a great neighbor because the other options that maybe have gone in there, maybe wouldn't. This is going to be great. We're a governmental agency. You can come to our board meetings. You can talk to our mayor. Yeah,
I have one more question. This is a property in our neighborhood, like to maintain the property. Are you going to use local businesses, or is that your own services? Like, for example, there's a landscaper next door, or things like that. What's the this property?
Yeah,
is there it?
We have hundreds of easements and lots of facilities. Every year, we go out for bid and we get the lowest responsible bidder. And I can't remember the name of the company that we're using right now. But they've been mowing all our properties for like the last 3 years or so. So whoever the low bid is, we invite everyone to bid.
I think the weirdest part of all of this, and probably everyone would agree, is you're encroaching on a quiet subdivision. Okay? Yes, it's a busy street, but you're encroaching on that neighbor with the pool. Yes, the other place is commercial, a stone place, and we benefit nothing. Our subdivision, you're telling us, no, we got to take a whole nother avenue if we ever want to hook up to Lake Michigan water.
Yeah.
So we are being
There's dust, there's debris, there's noise, there's construction.
And then we have no benefit of this facility.
I understand it. I mean, from my point of view, it's zoned commercial in the Village of Mundelein. It fits our hydraulic model perfectly. The size is good. We're allowed to build a structure like this.
Mundelein would make anything fit.
Money.
I don't know about all that stuff. So we bought it. That's the gist of it. And I don't know who else might have bought it. The person had it up for sale for a while. So we bought it because it fits well, and we want to work with you to make you feel comfortable, minimize the light, address your sound and vibration concerns, address the concerns that there is a home here with a pool, and by doing plantings, whatever we can do. We're building a nice facility. I mean, it's all brick.
Beautiful.
Why
So
didn't
the guy who has the pool, if he wants to have a summer party or whatever, he's not going to be bothered by any lighting, vibration, noise, nothing.
I will tell you no. And the only way I could, and how would I ever prove that to you? Because
We just have to wait and see, right?
well, you'd have to wait and see. Or you can come out and see what we have going on. Look at how nicely manicured the facilities are. As a matter of fact, I have, I forgot. Let me just show you what, can you just keep going? So here's our raw water pump station in Lake Bluff. This is just a view looking straight at it. This is a view. It didn't look like that initially. I'll tell you, there was no trees or bushes there because it was a completely vacant bluff. We built that up. We made it so we like to be tucked in. Water people, believe it or not, we like to lay low. We don't like to be in the news. So
I don't see any neighbor though.
there is a neighbor here and a neighbor. The neighbor's right away. The neighbor's right on the other side of the fence, and the fence is right about here. Actually, the fence is under this tree. Can you go to the next one? Here's our other booster pump station. This is located in Libertyville. This is not in a residential area. This is in a commercial area.
Wow, that Lake Bluff building looks like you put up a Nordstrom building there and we're getting a Walmart there.
Yeah.
We're very willing to take your input on how the building looks and the design.
Why didn't you take the property on the corner?
Which property?
301, 30,
They're proposing 21 pounds.
No, it depends on the property owner too. The property owner wants
It's
to
all been up
negotiate.
for the same amount of time.
So it's up to the property owner if they're willing to sell.
You get both been up for sale at the same time, that's what I'm saying, so why this one over the corner?
Because the property owner wanted to sell.
This property owner.
This property owner and that property owner. So that property owner, we could not reach an agreement.
I do have a question about, when you put these up in residential areas, what has happened with the value of the homes around the pumping station? Because it is, I mean, it's not a home, so what is the value of those around? Like the ones behind it, you know, if you wanna sell your home, or like my home, it's just right there. What'll happen with the property values? Do you have any data that would support the fact that they stay the same?
So typically, when you improve a vacant lot, depending how you improve it, it will increase the value of your real estate. So, I would, you know, you can look at market analysis, you can look at other properties that are sold. Typically, when there's a vacant lot and it's not cared for, it devalues your property.
I just asked because that was listed as one of the things as a con for living in a residential area.
Sure. Are there typically employees here during the day?
No, it's on me.
What's gonna be the fencing around it?
It'll be
How
a
high?
decorative fence. I don't have a picture. Go back up.
Why does it need to be fenced?
You know, we really like to fence buildings for security reasons. So, you know, with Department of Homeland Security, and since 9/11, when I started at the water plant in 1995, I was in the lab, and a mom came in and her kid was running down the hall. I had worked at Abbott before that, but that would never happen. And I kind of have my eyes awakened to what it's like to work at a public utility. Fast forward to 9/11, actually the first explosion in the World Trade Center before 9/11. Someone detonated a bomb in a car, did take the buildings down. Right after that, we had a Department of Homeland Security didn't exist, but we had recommendations to fence your property because we're critical infrastructure like electricity and water. So we put up a chain link fence until we got the budget to put up a nice, flat, tall fence, but it looks very corporate. It copies what Abbott has. So since that time, it's considered best practice to fence the property because you simply, it's a potential vulnerability. We don't want people getting into our facilities. If anything, just not to tag them.
So would the fence go to the property line, or could it go back with like foliage where it's hiding, I don't know what's behind it?
The front fence?
Yeah, that's fine.
So, yeah, we are working on a landscape plan. Mundelein has a pretty extensive list of what you're supposed to plant to sort of screen the frontage of it. So we follow that.
I think, again, the point being is, yes, we want to plant, we want to landscape, we want to make it so there's very little, you know, you look at this and you don't see this common commercial
Make it
building.
pretty like a neighborhood?
No, you don't make it, yeah, we want it to blend in. We want
Especially
it,
if the,
you want enhanced landscaping, trees, shrubbery, better than it is today. I know there's
We're all
screening.
for it. There's no reason why we would fight any of them. We're all for that. We want to fit in.
No, I could make survey for you if the property value is actually like increasing or decreasing. Like, who wants to have a house by the pump house? Oh, come on, oh, no, neighbors. See, nobody will buy the house by the pump house. So the value will decrease because nobody will, you know what I'm saying? Would you like to have pump house as a neighbor? Okay.
I wouldn't mind it because I know how quiet it is.
On the site plan, it looks very industrial. If you can go back, Mike, is your name Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, that wouldn't be as
Looks
offensive
like a house.
as, that looks very industrial. As opposed to,
one that you're showing us is a McDonald's building, you know.
I think it's all the beauties in the eye of the beholder, but I can tell you some of the stations we have here in Lake's and other municipalities are used to this round tank, reservoir being in the yard. This is not that today. I think it's come a long way of what pump stations and treatment facilities are typical looking municipal buildings. I think it's.
Can you explain one more time why this will be where it is and our subdivision cannot take advantage of this facility?
So our utility is a water wholesaler. So we were created by our members, communities, to provide themselves water. So Illinois EPA has us as a wholesaler that wholesales water to towns like Libertyville, Gurnee. We sell to whole towns. And so we're just not set up to take on, little subdivisions. I'm saying that relative to the size of our current customers. And trust me, over 30 years, we've had many people ask, and especially in our last expansion where we're going through Fremont Township, the people don't even have good wells, and we're going down the middle of their road, and they can't access our water. I know it's a tough ask, and I'm just acknowledging it.
But
that's the reason.
Would it be safe to say that there's no direct tap from this line, but there is a potential to work through Lake County to seek a branch for a potential tap in the future?
Right. So what happens with smaller unincorporated areas, traditionally in the past, is the county public works department would service those areas. I don't know how it got to the point where the county was doing it, but the county is one of our customers. They service many small areas, so we provide water to the county, and the county services those areas. They're set up to do that.
So this is not restricted to what you're planning forever?
Nothing's forever, but what I can tell you, to be honest, what I can tell you is that the capacity we have and whether the county would, take this on is a question for the county. Like conceptually, we could provide water to the county and they could provide water to the county.
So who's going to award this thing? Is it going to be you guys?
We are. So we're a governmental agency formed by our members. It's a cooperative agency. They pool their resources and build this plant. Yes.
And where would the easements be? I know we talked about 30 feet in from the road. Would it be parallel to the road? All of those? I know it's not fully designed yet, but